Great seeing you here for devotions. Okay, all this week we're talking about a life of generosity. Okay, I already know some of you did not like my sermon this weekend. And I know why. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Okay, but we're talking about being a generous person. You know, you want to live to give, not live to get. Now, look with me here. I love this here. A life of generosity. You just want to say, I just want to, anything I receive, I want to use that it would be a blessing for other people. And I know probably most of you actually feel that way. Look at Ecclesiastes 5, verse 10. It says, he who loves money will not be satisfied with money, nor he who loves wealth with his income. This is also vanity. You know, there's some things in life in which, I mean, you just have to grow through. You first, start making money, and you want to buy a nice car, you want to buy a nice home, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we don't want to admit it, and especially when you're younger, when you get something that's really nice, it's like you could turn it into something that's bad. Almost like, you want to buy that home or that car so bad that you're just not going to be happy unless you receive it. Okay, and that's really, really, really bad. And so you don't want to be like in love with money or think that your life is an accumulation of things. I mean, as a Christian, we shouldn't live like that. But there's nothing wrong if you have nice things, as long as you own it and it doesn't own you. Okay, so to have more, learn to be content with less. Now, some of you are older that are listening to me, and you've already learned this. As you get older, you start to want to get rid of stuff. First we're like accumulating stuff. We want the bigger and the better and the more, and then all of a sudden you start thinking, I don't need all this. And then we start going backwards. And you start giving things away or selling it or, downsizing. And then you realize, wow, I wish I felt now the way, I wish I felt that way years ago because we were so discontent. Okay, look at 1 Timothy 6. This is a great passage here. It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. So when the Bible talks about being a godly person, it's all about contentment. It's about wanting to live for God and, give to others, putting other people before ourselves, and being content where we are or with what we have in life. 1 Timothy 6:7, for we brought nothing into this world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. I remember just being so disgusted, speaking to a man, and he was close to going home to be with God, and I knew he was real materialistic. So then he said to me and his family, when you put me in the crematory, they put my body in there to be cremated, I want you to put this material thing in there with me because it means so much. And to this dying man, I said, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard, because I knew his heart wasn't right. Now listen, we're going to leave this world with nothing, and you're not taking anything with you. You've never seen a hearse being followed up behind it with a U-Haul. You don't see that. 1 Timothy 6:8, but if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. Now, many people end up in life right here. They have a little apartment, little condo, they live in a trailer, they have enough clothing to function daily, get dressed up a little bit when they need to, and they are happy. Wouldn't that be a good place to be in life? Look here. Contentment is an attitude that says, I will be satisfied with what God has given me. So where you are in life, you want to be content. Look at 1 Timothy 6:9. Those who desire to be rich, they fall into temptation. Many into senseless and harmful desires plunge people into ruin and destruction. So money can just ruin people's lives. So this is what I want to encourage you with today. Learn to be content and be a giving person. And number one, put God first in your finances.